Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vandegrift Viper Baseball Senior Night. Good. Tonight we gather to celebrate and honor our incredible senior athletes, their hard work, dedication, and contributions to our program. These young men have not only excelled on the field, but have also demonstrated leadership, sportsmanship, and commitment to their teammates and school. Before we begin, let's take a moment to thank our coaches, parents, and supporters who have been with these players every step of the way. Without their encouragement, guidance, and sacrifices, none of this would be possible. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, let's introduce our seniors from the class of 2026. Each senior has submitted an audio recording with their name and future plans after high school. As your audio plays, please step forward with your family. Bluetooth's still on, right?
My name is Jacob Vype, pitcher. I'm supported by my mom, my dad, Ben. I will be attending Ole Miss in the fall. I will be majoring in business. My favorite Viper baseball memory was striking out the same batter 2 times in 1 at-bat.
All right, Jacob!
That's hard to hear out here, but it works out there, it works. All right, so next. They all wanted up higher. Higher? That's just.
My name is Marshall Lindenberger, and I'm escorted by my mom, Emily, my dad, Keith, and my brother, Grant. I'll be continuing my baseball career at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology next year, and majoring in chemical engineering. My favorite Viper baseball memory is hitting a walk-off double against Round Rock with 2 outs to win district on JV Silver.
And outfielder, and tonight I'm being escorted by my mom, Tiffany, and my dad, Wayne. Next year, I'll play baseball at Southwestern University, where I'll be majoring in business. My favorite Viper baseball memory was hitting a walk-off against Cedar Park my junior year.
Dina, and my dad David. I will be playing football at Colorado School of Mines and majoring in mechanical engineering. My favorite Viper baseball memory is going to Wittenberger with my teammates after a win in district.
I'm a starting pitcher in shortstop, and I'll be walking with my mom, Sally, my dad, Chris, and my sister, Kate. I plan to play baseball in college next year and will major in business management or finance. My favorite Viper baseball memory is celebrating with the team after the walk-off versus Westwood last year to make playoffs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would also like to take this moment to thank Katie Tan, who is Carson's twin sister. She has been a baseball trainer for 4 years at Vandegrift, and she plans to study medicine in the UT system.
Hello, my name is Ryan Miller. I'm an infielder. I'm escorted by my mom, Jennifer, my dad, Christopher, my brothers, Jake, Nick, and Luke. After high school, I plan to work with my dad in his handyman business, and my favorite Viper baseball memory is Coach McGarvey's sensei speeches after practice.
My name is Tyler Miller, outfielder. I'm escorted by my mom, Jen, my dad, Chris, and my brothers, Jake, Nick, and Luke. My plans next year are undecided, and my favorite Oregon baseball memory is walk-off first video.
My name is Chase Elmer, first baseman, and I'm escorted by my mom, Kathy, and my dad, Robert. I'll be playing baseball at Avery University and majoring in business. My favorite Vype baseball memory is traveling to the Como tournament and bonding with my teammates.
Seniors, we are incredibly proud of each of you. No matter where life takes you, always remember the lessons learned and the friendships made here at Vandegrift. This field will always be a place you can call home. Now, let's give one more round of applause for your Vandegrift Viper baseball class of 2026. So I'll go back to music for now. Wait for Chris.
What's he do? Does he usually
Good evening and welcome to Vandegrift Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network. My name is Merle Bertrand, coming to you live from Venom Field on the campus of Vandegrift High School in Austin, Texas, as the Vipers get ready to open their season here, second half of the district play against the Manor Mustangs. Well, the Vipers didn't exactly enter Easter weekend on a high note, playing some ragged defense, which combined with an offensive outburst from hard-hitting Cedar Ridge, allowing the Raiders to grab a 12-3 win last Thursday night and salvage the series split. As a result, the Vipers come in at 12-11 overall and 6-2 in district play, once again part of a five-way tie for first place in District 25-6A. As for the Manor Mustangs, it may not look like it, but head coach Kenny Soloff has got this program headed in the right direction. Manor won just 3 games last year and won just 1 game in 2024, often getting beat by 20 runs. They entered district play at 5-5 this year, and a couple of those losses were competitive. While they're once again winless and still looking for their first run in district play, their losses are generally speaking 10, 11, or 12-0 instead of 20 or 25-0. So they'll be better in 5A next year. Manor fans need to be patient. Viper fans just need to take care of business here tonight on this senior night. You just saw the very special Senior Day ceremony taking place down on the field. And we'll talk about the seniors. Coach will talk about the seniors coming up here in just a minute. We'll take a break and make sure that we're all settled in. And when we come back, we'll hear from Vipers head coach Gerald Hickle, get his thoughts on Thursday night's game, as well as what he wants to see from his time in this series here against the Manor Mustangs. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network. Well, pleased to be joined once again on the pregame show on senior night by the head coach of the Vandegrift Vipers, Coach Gerald Hickle. And Coach, a rough night on Friday night. Kind of an interesting series against Cedar Ridge. Vipers, for the first time this year, played a little bit out of sorts. What did you tell the team after the game on Thursday night?
Yeah, I thought overall, we lost it. And it starts with me. I felt like I wasn't ready for the game. I felt like we got back to a little bit of immaturity. For me as a coach, I didn't have them in the right position on a lot of the fly balls that were hit, and we've been good at that all year. And just not paying attention, whatever it is. I felt like our guys competed. I felt like they played hard. We overcame some adversity at times. We bounced back and scored some runs. But those guys over there, you got to tip your hat. Anything we threw over the middle of the plate, they hit and hit well.
And then that's the irony. The Vipers hit, too. They've been struggling with the bats a little bit this year, and they finally get some offense, and that's what happens on the other side, right?
That's baseball.
That is baseball. So speaking of baseball, Manor comes in here. They seem to be better than they were in the past, but still struggling a little bit. Is this one of those games where you try to get your guys back to doing what they've been doing well all year?
A little bit. I just think we keep trusting the process. We continue to do what we do best. Have a chance to work on our craft a little bit.
Right.
Pay attention to detail a little bit. Focus on us some. I think if we do that, it's going to be a step in the right direction.
We're going to keep this short because of the senior night stuff, but I wanted to give you a chance to talk about your seniors a little bit. They were, I guess, freshmen when you took over the head coaching job. Is that correct?
They were 8th graders.
8th graders. So
Yep.
I'm getting old.
Freshman class I had.
So talk about this group of seniors. What are they meant to you? What are they meant to this program?
So we have a hallmarks, and the last word I have in our hallmarks is tradition, and I have a question mark after that. Mm-hmm. What are we doing to continue to build tradition, Vandegrift baseball tradition?
Right.
And I told the guys just a while ago, I said, from what you guys started at, what you've done your entire career, the boot camps, the tough outings, the wins, the losses, the playoff wins, the practices, the workouts, all of it, I can start taking some of that question mark off because they've done a really, really good job of building tradition here at Vandegrift.
And then there's so much tradition in all the other sports. It's good to see baseball coming along. So tip of the cap to you and tip of the cap to those guys for helping making that happen.
Oh, absolutely. This group of 9 guys have done everything they can to help us build that tradition.
Well, I hope you enjoy senior night. Hopefully it's a good week for the Vipers and Mother Nature will cooperate. And good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Vandegrift Vipers head coach Darryl Hickle, our guest here on the pregame show. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Jones Spross, Austin's speed M&A and startup law firm. Jones Spross Law would like to take a moment to remind everyone that many in our community are facing tough times with food shortages. Please support the Central Texas Food Bank. Thank you for caring, Central Texas. Jones Spross, Austin's speed M&A and startup law firm.
Where tonight's varsity baseball matchup is between the visiting Manor Mustangs and your Vandegrift Vipers. Lineups for tonight's game for the Mustangs. Batting first and playing third base, number 3, Jose Correa. Batting second and pitching, number 2, Vlade Cruz. Batting third and playing first base, number 19, Jonathan Rodriguez. Batting fourth, their designated hitter, number 12, Caden Sane. Batting fifth and catching, number 10, Ethan Cadaza. Batting sixth and playing second, number 20, Miguel Orta. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 11, Nate Doobie. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 9, Frank Figueroa. Batting ninth and playing center field, number 1, Noah Morales. And playing right field, number 7, Donovan Picasso. Head coach, Kenneth Soloff. And now for your Vandegrift Vipers. Being senior night, we have playing first base and playing shortstop, number 10, senior Carson Tan. Batting second and playing center field, number 2, senior Marshall Linenberger. Batting third and playing right field, number 18, senior Tyler Miller. Batting fourth and playing left field, number 5, senior Thomas Foote. Batting fifth and catching, Number 7, a junior, Dax Van Staveren. Batting 6th and playing first base, number 15, senior Chase Elmer. Batting 7th and playing third base, number 1, senior Ethan Ha. Batting 8th, your designated hitter, number 3, senior Trip Weigel. Batting 9th and playing second base, number 13, senior Ryan Miller. And pitching, number 12, senior Jacob Vitek. The remaining Vipers, number 4, Karsten Coffey. Number 6, Aiken Farley. Number 8, Caden Qualls. Number 9, Braylon Jones. Number 11, Luke Bonzi. Number 14, Caleb Jackson. Number 16, Garrett Newman. Number 17, JJ Johnson. Number 23, Dax Clevenger. Number 24, Noah McDonough. Number 25, Jalen Mitchell. Number 26, Brighton Anderson. Number 29, Rowan Briscoe. And number 35, Jack Knapp. Assistant coach, Christian Hammett, and head coach, Jared Hickle. So tonight, we have your Vandegrift Viper Marching Band for the playing of our national anthem. Please stand and remove your caps.
That, folks, is how you do the national anthem. On senior night here at Benham Field, the Vandegrift Viper Marching Band making an appearance, and we're ready to go for baseball. The Vipers against the Manor Mustangs. We'll give you the batting order again for the Mustangs. Jose Corian, the third baseman, leading it off. Lottie Cruz, the pitcher, batting second. Jonathan Rodriguez at first base, batting third. Caden Sane, the DH. For the right field, Donovan Picasso batting cleanup. Ethan Cazada, the catcher, batting fifth. Miguel Orta at second base, batting sixth. Nate Doobie, left field, batting seventh. Frank Figueredo in shortstop, batting eighth. And Noah Morales, the center fielder, batting ninth. So Corian, Cruz, Rodriguez, Sane, Cazada, Orta, Doobie, Figueredo, and Morales, the batting order for Coach Kenneth Seloff's Manor Mustangs. 0-8 in district play, 5-13 overall on the season. All seniors except for the catcher, because Dax Van Staveren, just a junior, don't have really anybody else that's a senior that can play catcher. So Dax Van Staveren behind the plate. Everybody else on the field, seniors on senior night. Thomas Foote, Marshall Lindenberger, Tyler Miller, the outfield left to right. Ethan Ha over at third base tonight. Carson Tan, the shortstop. Ryan Miller getting the start at second. And Chase Helmer over at first. And the pitcher, Jacob Vitek, he needs a good outing. He's had some good outings. Senior making his team-leading 11th appearance, a record of 2-2, 20 innings pitched, giving up 22 hits, 12 runs, 9 of those earned, struck out 16, walked 14, and has an ERA of 3.15. It is cool. It is windy. But we've got baseball tonight here from Benham Field. Thank you to Linda Salver, our QA, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast tonight, marking our 861st Vipers cast overall on K-Max Sports and Vype dating back to 2009, our 289th Vipers baseball broadcast. We want to thank Vandegrift Baseball Booster Club President George Farley, all of our sponsors, including our Hall of Fame sponsors, Wayne Weigel with State Farm, Jones Spross Technology Lawyers, Worldwide Technology, Trinity Masonry Company, and D-Bat of Cedar Park, along with our Grand Slam sponsors, Charlie Garcia at Erskine and Blackburn Trial Attorneys and Pure Bar of Cedar Park, and our home run sponsors, Caldwell Banker Realty, Airco HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing, and Alibi Security. So here's Jose Correa stepping in to lead it off for the Mustangs. The first pitch from Jacob Vitek is in there for strike one, and we are underway from Benham Field. Ground ball left side, foul. The count quickly 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Corian, the third baseman, and takes a pitch up a little high. 1 ball, 1, 2 strikes. Again, your defense is set. Foot, Lindenberger, Tyler Miller, the outfield left to right. Ha, Tan, Ryan Miller, Chase Elmer, the infield third to first. Dax Van Stavern behind the plate. The 1-2 from Vitek. Just missed inside, ball 2. Wow, I've seen that called strike a couple of times. But not right there. 2-2 the count. Lofted in the air to the right side. Elmer giving chase in foul territory and just out of reach into the batting cage, and the count remains 2-2 to Jose Corian, third baseman, leading it off here for the Mustangs. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch from Vitek for out number 1. And with 1 away, that'll bring up Vlade Cruz, the starting pitcher.
Now batting number 2, Vlade Cruz.
Swung on and fouled out of the plate to the right. Breezy night, the wind blowing from left to right. That's right down the pipe for strike 2. Vipers are supposed to play at Manor Friday and at Hutto on Saturday. Keep an eye on everything with the rain moving into the area sometime Thursday afternoon. That one poked foul, and the count remains 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Cruz. Oh, 2 pitch. Got a piece of it to hang alive. Mustangs have a ways to go. As I mentioned, 2 years ago, they won just 1 game. Last year, they won 3. This year, they had won 5 heading into district play. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Vitek, and there's 2 away.
Now batting number 19, Jonathan Rodriguez.
Yeah, with 2 outs and the bases empty, that'll bring up Jonathan Rodriguez, the first baseman. So Manor 5-13 overall. They still have not scored a run in district play. So they are improved, but they've got a ways to go. They'll be a 5A team next year, and that should help them win some games, get some more guys on the team. They've got 10 guys on the lineup. One ball, no strikes. Foul back, and the count evens up 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Vitek trying to strike out the side to get things started here tonight. And chop foul to first base side. The count remains 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Chop foul again. So Rodriguez hanging in there. Between innings, we'll call up the updated district standings. It's a mess. A 5-way tie at the top. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul tip, and hung on by Von Stafford. And Jacob Vitek, good start, will strike out the side. 1-2-3, nothing across. And we will go to the bottom half of the first inning. Manor nothing. The Vipers coming up to bat. The batting order tonight looks like this for Vandegrift. It's different. Senior night, Carson Tan, the shortstop, leading it off. That's not different. Marshall Leinenberger, center fielder, batting second. Tyler Miller batting third and right field. Thomas Foote getting the start tonight out in left field in the cleanup spot. Dax Van Saveren behind the plate batting fifth. Chase Elmer over at first base batting sixth. Ethan Ha batting seventh, playing third tonight. Trip Weigel will be the DH, batting for the pitcher Jacob Vitek, batting eighth. And Ryan Miller getting the start at second base, batting ninth. So Tan, Leinenberger, Miller, Foote, Van Saveren, Elmer, Ha, Weigel, and Ryan Miller, the batting order for Coach Gerald Hickles' Vandegrift Vipers. 6-2 in the district, 12-11 overall. I alluded to the tie. There it is. Round Rock, Cedar Ridge, 7-3. The Vipers, Westwood, and Vista Ridge all at 6-2, statistically tied. So it's a 5-way tie at the top. A game of musical chairs. 5 teams tied. Only 4 will make the playoffs. Hutto, our next opponent after Manor, is 4 games back. McNeil Mavericks 5 games back, and Stony Point swept these Mustangs last week to get their first 2 wins of the season. Couple of big series getting underway tonight. Vista Ridge and Cedar Ridge in the Battle of the Ridges, and then Westwood taking on Round Rock. We've got that one for you on Vype. We'll be getting scoring updates for that one. That is a big one. You're kind of in a position, if you're a Viper fan, you hope whoever wins tonight loses on Friday night. And hopefully the Vipers can sweep Manor and reclaim first place by themselves in district play. But those are the standings coming into tonight. And we'll get you caught up at the end of the night.
Leading off for the Vipers in the bottom of the first inning, your shortstop, number 10, Carson Tan.
Here's Carson Tan to lead it off, batting .311 on the season. No home runs with 6 RBI. The defense is set for the Mustangs. Nate Doobie, Noah Morales, and Donovan Picasso. The outfield left to right. Jose Correa, Frank Figueredo, Miguel Orta, and Jonathan Rodriguez, the infield third to first. Ethan Cazado behind the plate, and Vlade Cruz, the pitcher for the Manor Mustangs. So the first pitch to Carson Tan on senior night is a slow curveball, and it drops in there for strike one. The 1 pitch. Ground ball hit to the right side and knocked down by the second baseman Orta. Likely rule that an infield single. And that puts a runner at first base for Marshall Leinenberger.
Center fielder number 2, Marshall Leinenberger.
Leinenberger batting .464, no homers with 13 RBI. Tan on the season, 7 out of 7 in stolen bases. Not going, slammed in the air to the left side, and that ball's pretty well tagged. It's going to get one hop up against the fence. Tan's going to round third. They're going to send him home. Leinenberger's going to dig for third. The throw coming in. They're going to hold him at third, but it's an RBI triple to left center field off the bat of Marshall Leinenberger to score Carson Tan, and it's 1-0 Vandegrift.
Now batting, your right fielder number 18, Tyler Miller.
So 1-0 Vipers as Tyler Miller will step in, batting .175 in the season. No home runs with 8 RBI. He's got number 9, 90 feet away in the form of Marshall Leinenberger. And the curveball stays upstairs, ball 1. That ball hitting the air to the right side. That is going to drop in there for a base hit. So Miller will get the RBI single to right to score Lindenberger and make it 2-0 Vandegrift.
Now batting your left fielder, number 5, Thomas Foote.
So here's Thomas Foote stepping in, batting 160 on the season, no home run with 2 RBI. Toss over to first, and Miller dives back. .68 degrees, rain possible around 7:45 according to the radar. There goes Miller, hit and run, popped up right side. This might turn into a double play. That's a tough break. Hit and run was on, and Jonathan Rodriguez catches it off the bat handle. So a 3 unassisted double play.
Now batting your catcher, number 7, Dax Van Staveren.
2 outs, bases empty for Dax Van Staveren. Curveball catches the outside corner, strike 1 of the Viper catcher, batting 170 on the season, no homers, 7 RBI. Pitch down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Peter Johnson taking on Converse Judson tonight. Bowie defeating Aikens 10-0. Had an early start down at Berger. Popped up. In foul territory, right side. And dropped. So Van Staveren gets new life, and the count goes to 1-2. That's one of those things where maybe you want your first baseman to take it. He's coming in. So we'll see if Van Staveren can take advantage of the extra swing here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch. Misses down low, 2-2. Liberty Hill at Lehman tonight. Cedar Park traveling to Lockhart tonight. Chopper left side. Figueredo has it. And the throw, no throw. Deep in the hole, Van Staveren runs pretty well, and he's going to beat that out for an infield single. 4th hit of the inning will bring up Chase Elmer.
Now batting, number 15, Chase Elmer.
Get a courtesy runner here. I think is that Farley?
Courtesy runner at first, Aiken Farley for the catcher.
So Farley going to run for the catcher, Van Staveren, as Chase Elmer steps in, batting 143 in the season, no home runs with 2 RBI. 2 outs, Farley aboard. Will likely be off fairly quickly here. There he goes. And the pitch down low, no throw, it'll be a stolen base. One ball, no strikes to Elmer. Down low, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, and that pitch low and away, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to the Viper first baseman, Chase Elmer. That one's in the first strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch from Vlade Cruz. Curveball hit up the middle and through the hole in the center field for a base hit. They're going to send the runner around. Farley heading in. And no throw, but it's 4-0 Vandegrift as Chase Elmer delivers an RBI single up the middle. So runner,
Number 1, Ethan Haw.
so runner at first now with 2 outs for Ethan Haw, batting 125 on the season. And that ball line shot and knocked down by the second baseman on 1 hop, and he'll step in the bag. Miguel Orta with the 4 unassisted force for out number 3. And that will do it for the Vipers in the first inning.
Brought to you by our Hall of Fame sponsors, Jones Spross, Technology Lawyers, and Worldwide Tech. We appreciate the long-standing support for our Vandegrift Viper baseball program.
So in the inning for the Vipers, 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the top half of inning number 2, 3-0 Vandegrift on top. And it will be 4, 5, and 6 hitters to go up here for Manor. And that first inning, kind of the season of microcosm for Manor. If you've been watching Viper baseball for a while, you remember Vandegrift would score 6, 7, 8, 9 runs in an inning to the point where they would wander off the bag on purpose to get tagged out to get to the dugout. They've improved, the Mustangs have improved enough to at least play competent baseball now. They just need more numbers. As Caden Sane will step in to DH to lead it off. Beautiful ballpark in Manor. We'll see that one on Friday, weather permitting. Manor ISD with the new athletic director. So we wish them well in the future, but right now the Vipers just want to take care of business.
Number 12, Caden Sane.
As Caden Sane will step in to lead it off here in the Mustang second. Jacob Vitek back on for his second inning of work. Struck out the side in the first. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. An important outing for Vitek. His job is just to go out and throw strikes. Be around the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Lifted in the air to the left side. And nice job by Thomas Foote. Coming in from left field, it's an easier play for him to make. He calls off Carson Tan, makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll be Ethan Cazada.
Now batting number 10, Ethan Cazada.
Mustang catcher stepping in with 1 out and the base is empty. Pitch low and away for ball 1. Top of the second inning down in Lockhart. Cedar Park leading the Lions 2-0. That game originally scheduled for Cedar Park. They flipped. Lockhart has a dirt field, so they flipped to get the game in down there first. Pitch down low, 2 balls and no strikes to Cazada. Swing and a miss. And the count 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Swung on a foul tip, and the count evens up 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Curveball stayed just a little high, and the count 3-2. Can hear the wind whipping in through the window. 3-2 pitch. Right down the pipe, strike 3. Good pitch from Vitek. Went right after him. 4th strike out of the ball game. 2 outs now for Miguel Orta.
Now batting number 20, Miguel Orta.
Orta, the second baseman, stepping in with 2 outs and the bases empty. That ball hit in the air to the right side, and it's going to drop in there for a base hit. So Orta with the 2-out single to right. First hit of the ball game for the Mustangs, and that'll bring up Nate Doobie.
Number 11, Nate Doobie.
So 2 outs, runner at first. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Vitek with strikeout number 5 on the night in the inning for the Mustangs. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And we'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Vipers trying to build on a 3-0 lead here on the senior night. And Vandegrift will send up 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Trip Weigel, Ryan Miller, and Carson Tan due up. Cedar Ridge leading Vista Ridge 2-0. They're in the bottom of the first at Vista Ridge. Raiders scored 2 in the top of the first, so we'll keep an eye on that one as the night wears on. And we'll get scoring updates of our own from Westwood and Round Rock as they're playing tonight over at Westwood. Vipers as the team unofficially coming in, batting .253 on the season. So an opportunity for those numbers to come up a little bit against these Mustangs if they can get the job done. So far, so good. 5 hits in that first inning. Thanks again to Linda Salvo, our QA tonight.
Leading off for the Vipers in the bottom of the second inning, number 3, Trip Weigel.
Yeah, Trip Weigel will step in. 0 for 3 on the season. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Fouls that one out of play to the left, and the count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the Viper DH. Leading off the second inning here for Vandegrift. Curveball. Did a good job waiting on that. Fouled it off to the left to hang alive. No balls, 2 strikes. Off the plate, 1-2. One-two pitch. And that hit him. So Weigel will trot down to first after wearing that pitch, and that'll bring up Ryan Miller.
Now batting, number 13, Ryan Miller.
Ryan Miller looking for his first official plate appearance. He's walked twice this year. Runner at first for Weigel, and the pitch up high, ball one to Ryan Miller. Pretty cool that Ryan and Tyler will get to start a game together on senior night. That's awesome. 1-0 pitch. Got a big brother, former Viper, watching in the stands. One ball, no strikes. And takes that pitch upstairs, ball two. Curveball catches a piece of the outside corner, 2-1. Weigel the runner at first, 2-1 to Ryan Miller. Off the plate, ball three. The 3-1 pitch coming up from Blade Cruz, and the toss over to first instead. It's actually comfortable when the wind stops. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. Shortstop has it. The only play will be to first and throws it up the line. Everybody's going to be safe, and stumbling over to second and heading to third is going to be Weigel. Good base running there by Trip Weigel.
Now batting, number 10, Carson Tan.
So Ryan Miller's aboard on the air. Weigel over to third. Runs at the corners with nobody out. We go back to the top of the order to Carson Tan, who singled and scored the first one of the ball game back in the first inning. Top of the third inning, Johnson leading Converse Judson 1-0. So Weigel at third, Ryan Miller that is, at first. Vipers up 3-0, looking for more as Carson Tan steps in. And fouled out of play to the right side, strike one. There goes the runner off first and takes it all the way. No throw. Uncontested stolen base for Ryan Miller. Puts runners at second and third. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Carson Tan. A base hit could score 2. Down low, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Morales drifting back. Tagging at third is going to be Weigel. He tags up. The throw it will be to third. They'll concede the run. Makes it 4-0. Sacrifice fly RBI for Carson Tan.
Now batting, number 2, Marshall Linenberger.
So Weigel comes in the sacrifice fly. Ryan Miller stays put. 4-0 Vandegrift, and Marshall Linenberger will step in. Runner at second base with now 1 away. That ball slammed hard to left field. Pretty well tagged, and nice catch out in left field by Doobie. That ball was hit hard. Turned him around, but he's able to stay with it and make the catch.
Now batting, number 18, Tyler Miller.
And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Tyler Miller. Trying to drive in his brother Ryan. RBI single in the first for Tyler Miller. That ball ripped down the line into the corner. Ryan Miller going to round third and head for home as Tyler Miller is going to round first and head for second with an RBI double down the line to make it 5-0 Vandegrift.
Now batting, number 5, Thomas Foote.
I'm guessing they'll be talking about that when they're our age. As Thomas Foote steps in, 0 for 1. That one a little flare out to the left field, going to drop and spin. A lot of English on it. They're going to hold the runner. I thought it was going to get out to left field, but it was actually just a pop-up on the infield, but it had more English than the English channel. Spun away from the infielder, and Thomas Foote's aboard with an infield single.
Now batting, number 7, Dax Van Staveren.
Runners at the corners with 2 out for Dax Van Staveren. RBI single himself in the first. Swing and a miss, had a cut, strike 1. There goes the runner off first, low pitch. The count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike, and Foote has stolen second base. One ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Curveball chop left side. Knocked down by the third baseman. A throw to first is not going to be in time, and the run will score.
Now batting, number 15, Chase Elmer.
That'll bring up Chase Elmer.
Courtesy runner, Aiken Farley.
Van Staveren reaching on the air. Makes it 6-0 now, Vandegrift. Runners at the corners. Toss over to first. That ball slammed to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. Farley's going to hold up at third, and it's an RBI single to left for Chase Elmer.
Now batting, number 1, Ethan Ha.
7-0 now, Vandegrift. Runner still at the corners with 2 away for Ethan Ha. The 9th batter to bat in the inning, grounded into a fielder's choice back in the second. That's opposite field. That's going to get to right field for a base hit, and that will score Aiken Farley and make it 8-0.
Now batting, number 3, Trip Weigel.
Well, Trip Weigel started this off by getting hit about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, looks at the first pitch off the plate for ball 1. Runners at first and second. And got hit again. So now the bases are loaded.
Now batting, number 13, Ryan Miller.
I wonder how many times in baseball at all levels has a batter been hit twice in the same inning. Bases jammed with 2 outs for Ryan Miller. Swing and a miss, strike 1. pop up on the infield with 2 away, and it's going to be a shortstop with a snow cone catch. Figueredo hauls it in to retire the side. But a good inning for the Vipers as they get 3 more runs.
This inning was brought to you by our Hall of Fame sponsors, Wayne Weichelt with State Farm.
Check that, 5 more runs.
Masonry Company. A special thank you to these great supporters of our Vandegrift baseball program.
5 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, 3 runners left on base. We played through 2. We will go to the third. 8-0 Vipers. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers baseball on the Vype Live Network.
Thank you to our sponsor, Wayne Weigelt State Farm Insurance Agency, providing insurance and financial services. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Please visit www.agentwayne.com for all your insurance and financial service needs.
Leveraging more than 30 years of experience, Worldwide Tech propels the globe's largest and most innovative organizations into the future through strategic consulting, engineering, and supply chain solutions that leverage the latest advanced technology to deliver truly impactful outcomes. For more information, visit Worldwide Tech online at wwt.com. Worldwide Technologies.
And welcome back to Venom Field. We go to the top half of the third inning. Vipers with 3 in the first, 5 in the second, open up an 8-0 lead. And the 8-9-1 hitters due up here for Manor. Frank Figueredo, the shortstop, to lead it off. Against Jacob Vitek, out for his third inning of work and delivers a strike to get things started. Strike 1. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Thanks again to Linda Sauber, our QA, keeping an eye in and ear on the broadcast. Oh, 2 pitch. Well off the plate, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Vitek.
Now batting number 1, Noah Morales.
And that'll bring up the center fielder Noah Morales with 1 out and the bases empty. In there for a strike. 0-1. Down low, 1-1. One pitch. In there for strike 2. Good pitch. New Tech leading Travis 1-0 after 2 innings of play. 1-2 pitch. Just outside, 2-2. Cedar Park now leading Lockhart 3-1, top of the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts, second straight. No, it is third straight for Vitek. Yeah, we go back to the top of the order with 2 away.
Number 3, Jose Correa.
Correa 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Regions trailing Dominic St. Savio 5-2, and little Taps baseball action for you tonight. One 0 pitch. Misses outside, 2-0. Dripping Springs leading Del Valley 8-0, top of the second inning. That's in the first strike, 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Jonathan Rodriguez, the first baseman, loosening up in the Manor bullpen. Might see a pitching change here in the third inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Poked in the air, right side, and out of play. And Correa hangs alive. Two-two pitch. Swung on, foul tip. Van Stavern hangs on to it again, and for the second time tonight, Jacob Vitek has struck out the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the third inning. Vipers looking to get 2 more runs to get this game in run rule territory. Up 8-0. And it is indeed a pitching change for the Mustangs.
Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 19, Jonathan Rodriguez.
So Jonathan Rodriguez will take over pitching duty, moving in from first base.
Now playing first base, number 20, Miguel Orta.
Miguel Orta moving from second to first. And we'll wait to see who takes over second base position.
Number 12, or 2, number 2, second.
So, but yeah, Cruz moved over from pitching back to second.
And at second base, number 2, Vlade Cruz.
So the outfield remains the same. Doobie, Morales, and Picasso. The infield is now Correa, Figueredo. Vlade Cruz moves from the pitching position to second base. Miguel Orta moved from second over to first. Cazada remains behind the plate, and Jonathan Rodriguez will go to work here in this third inning. Facing the top of the Viper order, Carson Tan due up. Tan 1 for 2 with a run scored and a sacrifice fly RBI. Important score here, top of the second. Westwood leading Round Rock 1-0.
In the bottom of the third, number 10, Carson Tan.
So Westwood 1, Round Rock 0, top of the second. That game over at Westwood tonight. So can track down Cedar Ridge, find out what they're doing against Vista Ridge. Still 2-0, Cedar Ridge on top. That's in the bottom of the second over at Vista. First pitch ground ball left side. Gobbled up by Figueredo. The throw to first off the line against the speedy Tan.
Now batting number 2, Marshall Linenberger.
So Tan reaches on an error, third error of the ball game for the Mustangs. That'll bring up Marshall Linenberger. Linenberger 1 for 2 with an RBI triple back in the first inning. Pitcher Rodriguez up high for ball 1. Toss over to first, runner back. Jonathan Rodriguez, a lefty, will call time. No pitch. Drops in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. And Tam will stay put as Cazado Gets to it quickly. 2 balls and a strike. That ball hit in the air to the left side. Doobie drifting over and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, number 18, Tyler Miller.
So 1 out for Tyler Miller. Miller 2 for 2 with an RBI single in the first and a worm burner double up the third base line back in the second inning. Pitch up high, ball 1. How did Tan get to second? I was looking down.
Oh, do you tag up? No. He must have saw the first pitch. No. It was, I think they threw it in and it rolled somewhere and he took off. Oh, from the outfield? Yeah.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Miller.
Like a delayed tag up situation.
2-1 pitch. That ball is going to get back to the backstop and allow Carson Tan to move up to third base. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Tan with good speed at third. 3 balls and a strike to Tyler Miller. That one back to the backstop, but bounced right back to the catcher, Cazada. So Tan unable to advance. It is a walk to Tyler Miller. Puts runners at the corners with 1 out.
Thomas Foot.
So Tan at third, Miller, Tyler Miller at first, and Thomas Foot will step in. That's in there for a strike. Strike 1. Foot 1 for 2, an infield single last inning. And that hit Foot on the foot, and the bases are loaded.
And number 7, Dax Van Staveren.
So Tan at third, Tyler Miller at second, Foot at first for Dax Van Staveren. RBI single, reach on an error. His runner Farley has scored twice for him. That's in the first strike. Top of the fourth, Buter Johnson still leading Conference Judson 1-0. 0-1 pitch. Poke foul on the right field line and out of play, and the count 0-2 to the Viper catcher, Dax Van Staveren. Oh-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. It'll score the run. Drop by the third baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. Carson Tan will come in. Tyler Miller up to third. Foot up to second. Van Staveren reaches on the air.
Chase Elmer.
Base is still loaded. Now 9-0 Vandegrift for Chase Elmer.
Courtesy runner, Icon Farley for the catcher.
Fourth error of the ballgame for Manor as Farley comes in to run for Van Staveren. Chase Elmer 2 for 2 with a couple of RBI. Swung on, foul back. Strike 1. 9-0 Vandegrift. J.J. Johnson warming up in the Viper bullpen. Off the plate. Down low, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Poked in the air to shallow center field. Might be deep enough to score the run. And it's going to be the right fielder, Picasso, making the catch. Tagging at third and heading home is Tyler Miller. And that makes it 10-0. So Elmer delivers a sacrifice fly to right for out number 2. Thomas Foote moves up to third base. Runners at the corners. Now 2 outs. 10-0 Vandegrift. As Ethan Howe will step in. And the pitch down low for ball 1. On the night, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Ooh, and that hit him. So Farlow will move up to second. Bases loaded again.
Number 3, Trip Weigel.
And Trip Weigel will step in. He was hit by a pitch. He's been hit by a pitch twice. Bases jammed with 2 outs. Ooh, turned on that one. Nailed his coach down the first base line. You may be running laps tomorrow. No balls on a strike. Off the plate, ball 1. Actually, coach should be running laps. He should get out of the way of that thing or make the catch. 1-1 the count. Foote at third. Farley running for Van Staven at second. High at first with 2 outs. 2 runs in. The pitch. Rips that one down the line. Trouble if it's fair. Just fouled by about a foot. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Just straighten that out a little bit. Count remains 1-2 to Trip Weigelt, who came within about a foot of a bases clearing double. 1-2 pitch. Sails up high. Nice play there by Cazada to keep that from going back to the backstop. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Well off the plate, ball 3. No place to put him. Three balls, 2 strikes. High inside, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. So Foote will come in. Farley up to third. High up to second.
Number 13, Ryan Miller.
Weigel with an RBI walk, and that'll bring up Brian Miller. 11-0 now, Vandegrift. Base is still loaded. Letter I strike, strike 1. Farley at third, high at second, Weigel at first with 2 outs. Off the plate, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Miss inside, ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Don't like that call. 2-2. Top of the third, still 1-0 Westwood over Round Rock. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Miller. Upstairs, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Down low, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. Ryan Miller will get an RBI. As Farley will come in. High up to third, and Weigel up to second. Base is still loaded. Now 12-0 Vandegrift. And Carson Tan started off this inning by reaching on an error. Up high, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Had a cut, fouled it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball slapped to the end of the right side. That could be trouble. It's going to drop down for a base hit. Tan's going to run first, head for second. One runner is going to score. It's Haas scores. Coming in from second is Weigel. And they're going to hold Ryan Miller at third. It's a 2 RBI double for Carson Tan, and it's 14-0 Vandegrift.
Number 2, Marshall Linenberger.
As Marshall Linenberger will step in.
Courtesy runner, number 14, Caleb Jackson.
Caleb Jackson going to run for Carson Tan. As Linenberger steps in, he is 1 for 3 with an RBI triple. And looks at that pitch up high for ball 1. Ryan Miller at third, Jackson running for Tan at second. With 2 outs here, Vipers already with 6 runs in the inning. Inside, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Rodriguez looking in, 2 balls and a strike. Hit in the air to right center field, and that is going to get down and go up against the fence. Ronnie first heading for second is Linenberger. He's going to head for third, look for a second triple of the night. They're going to hold him there as Marshall Linenberger with 2 triples on the night, scoring both Ryan Miller and Jackson. And it's 16-0 Vandegrift.
Number 18, Tyler Miller.
So Tyler Miller stepping in for the second time this inning. 2 for 2 with a walk and a couple of runs scored. That's the 11th hit of the night for Vandegrift. I know they're not facing the top pitchers that they're going to see from Round Rock or Westwood, but you still got to put the bat in the ball. And we got a pitching change here, as Jose Correa has moved over from third base, it looks like.
Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 3, Jose Correa.
Lehman Liberty Hill, no score. Bottom of the 5th inning down in Kyle. Bottom of the 3rd inning at Vista Ridge, still 2-0. Cedar Ridge on top. 2 outs, bases empty there, so they're about to go to the 4th apparently. Last we heard it was still 1-0 Westwood leading Round Rock. Looks like 25 going to come in and run for Lindenberger.
Jordan Mitchell. Courtesy runner at third base, number 25, Jordan Mitchell.
So Jordan Mitchell will run for Lindenberger at third.
At bat number 18, Tyler Miller.
As Tyler Miller steps in for 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Golf down the right field line, drifting into foul territory, and making the catch in foul territory is the first baseman, Miguel Orta, to retire the side. But another good inning for the Vipers as they send 12 batters to the plate.
Our Grand Slam sponsors, Erskine and Blackburn, and Pure Bar of Cedar Park. Our home run sponsors, Caldwell Banker Realty, Airco, and Alibi Security. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
8 runs on 2 hits. Couple of errors.
New pitcher on the mound for the Vipers, number 17, J.J. Johnson.
So we'll go to the top half of the 4th inning. I'm going to get a love here from one of our sponsors and tell you about the new pitcher in the ballgame. Vandegrift Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network. At Trinity Masonry Company, we're dedicated to delivering high-quality masonry services with precision and craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, we specialize in both residential and commercial projects, offering everything from custom stonework to durable brick installations. Let us bring your vision to life with expert masonry solutions tailored to your needs. Check out Trinity Masonry Company online at tmcaustin.com.
Third base, number 14, Kalen Jackson.
Take your game to the next level at D-Bat Cedar Park, the premier training destination for all baseball and softball players. With over 32,000 square feet of indoor space, D-Bat Cedar Park offers plenty of practice space, 5 pitching machines, and 13 professional instructors to help elevate your game. Beginners and experienced players can find what they need. Visit us today at dbatcedarpark.com or by calling us at
Ike Farley in center field.
All right, a number of changes for you. You might have heard some of that on the PA. We will give you the new pitcher first for the Vandegrift Vipers. It is J.J. Johnson making his 6th appearance of the season, a record of 1-2, pitched 10 in the 3rd innings, giving up 12 hits, 17 runs, 9 of those earned, struck out 14, and has walked 10. So he'll take over for Jacob Vitek. So a nice job
And in
by
right field,
Vitek.
number 23, Dax Clevitt. Leading off for the Mustangs in the top of the fourth, number 2, Vladdy Cruz.
Caleb Jackson now playing at third base. As we go to the top half of the fourth inning, 16-0 Vandegrift. Vladdy Cruz stepping in. He was 0 for 1, struck out against Vitek, and takes the first pitch down low for ball 1. That pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Now low ball 3. 3-0. Caleb Jackson, Ethan Ha, Ryan Miller, Tyler Miller, your infield third to first. Briscoe now behind the plate. And it's a 4-pitch walk to get things started. That's not what Coach wanted to see.
Number 19, Jonathan Rodriguez.
Second base runner of the night for the Mustangs as Jonathan Rodriguez steps in. It's Ryan Briscoe right behind the plate. Ryan Briscoe behind the plate?
Yes.
Rowan, that's right, okay. That pitch in there for a strike. Strike 1 from J.J. Johnson. And the count 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Rodriguez, who struck out in the first inning. That one back to the backstop, and that's going to allow Cruz to move on to second base on the wild pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good pitch from Johnson. His first strikeout of the night, 1 away, and that'll bring up Caden Sane.
Number 12, Caden Sane.
One out, runner at second. And never strike 1. So your outfield's Thomas Foote, Eichen Farley, and Dax Cleveland. Caleb Jackson, Ethan Ha, Ryan Miller, Tyler Miller, the infield third to first. Rowan Briscoe behind the plate, and J.J. Johnson. No balls in a strike here to Caden Sane. There's a chopper right in front of the plate, and it's going to spin and roll foul. Nice job by Briscoe. Haven't seen him behind home plate maybe since tournament time. Had the presence of mind there, realized it was going to be a tough play, just let physics take over, and the ball bounces foul for strike 2. Cruz, the first Mustang to reach second base. Vype is trying to keep him there. No balls and 2 strikes. Squib to the right side. Gobbled up by Tyler Miller, who has not played a lot of first base this year. He steps on the bag for 3 unassisted. 2 outs. Cruz moves over to third base, and that'll leave it up to Ethan Cazada.
Number 10, Ethan Cazada.
Cazada 0 for 1, struck out looking in the second against Vitek. And that hits him. That'll put runners at the corners now for Miguel Orta.
Number 20, Miguel Orta.
Orta has the only hit of the night for the Mustangs. He singled back in the second inning. Down low, strike one. At the knees. Runners at the corners, but 2 out here in the Mustang half of the fourth. Good pitch, strike 2. Mustangs have not scored a run in district play. They've got a runner at third with 2 outs. Johnson trying to put out the fire. No balls, 2 strikes. Round ball left side, but it's going to roll foul, and the count remains 0-2. Cruz at third, Cazada at first with 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. So a nice job by J.J. Johnson. Gave up the leadoff walk, hit a batter, but managed to strike out 2 along the way. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. We will go to the bottom half of the fourth inning, up 16-0. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, we again want to thank Vandegrift Baseball Booster Club President George Farley, all of our sponsors, including our Hall of Fame sponsors, Wayne Weigelt with State Farm. Call them up so you can see them. Jones Spross Technology Lawyers, Worldwide Technology, Trinity Masonry Company, and D-Bat of Cedar Park, along with our Grand Slam sponsors, Charlie Garcia at Erskine and Blackburn Trial Attorneys, and Pure Bar of Cedar Park, and our home run sponsors, Caldwell Banker Realty, Erico HVAC Electrical and Plumbing, and Alibi Security. Jose Carrera will remain on the mound to start this fourth inning. Due to face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Foote, Van Staveren, and Elmer, but I imagine we're going to see some other guys coming up here. Top of the fourth, Cedar Park leading Lockhart 7-1. So here's Thomas Foote stepping in to lead it off. 1 for 2, also hit by a pitch.
Now batting number 5, Thomas Foote.
Top of the fourth inning at Westwood, still 1-0 Warriors on top of Round Rock as the pitch high and away, ball 1 to start off the Viper fourth. Dripping Springs all over Del Valley, almost the same here. 14-0 top of the fourth. One-0 pitch. Up high, ball 2. Up high, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to Foote. Yeah, it's a 4-pitch walk to lead it up. Foote's aboard for the 3rd time tonight. And Rowan Briscoe will step in.
Number 29, Rowan Briscoe.
Briscoe 0 for 1 on the season with a walk. Getting a varsity at bat here with the runner at first. And that pitch in there for strike one. One ball, one strike. Poked in the air to shallow left field. Outfield coming in, and shortstop going back. Nice catch by Figueredo.
Wow.
That was a good catch. So Briscoe retired in a nice play by the Manor shortstop, Frank Figueredo, one away.
Now batting number 23, Dax Cleveland.
And Dax Clevin will bat. I think this is his first plate appearance as a varsity player. Ground ball right side, and he'll knock it out in the right field for a base hit. So he could retire right now with a 1,000 batting average.
Number 1, Ethan Haw.
So single to right from Clevin as Ethan Haw will step in. Down low, ball one. Runners at first and second with one away. High 1 for 2 with an RBI single, also hit by a pitch and scored back in the third inning. Ground ball right side. Shoes has it. He'll go to short for one, and that's probably going to be all they get. Is good speed down the line by Ethan Haw, but a nice job by the Mustangs to get the force out. 4-6-4 puts Haw at first on the fielder's choice. Foot moves over to third, so runners at the corners, 2 outs for Trip Weigel. Takes the pitch inside for ball one. Weigelt's been hit twice, walked once with an RBI. Swing and a miss, strike one. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Rye Miller on deck if Weigelt keeps the inning alive. 2 balls and a strike. Two one pitch coming up. Misses outside, ball 3. 3-1 pitch. Fouled out a play to the left, and the count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes to Trip Weigelt with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. And for the first time tonight, the Vipers has held scoreless.
This inning was brought to you by our Hall of Fame sponsors, State Farm Insurance with Wayne Weigelt.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base.
Worldwide Tech, Trinity Masonry Company, and DBAT of Cedar Park. A huge thank you to all of our sponsors.
We'll go to the 5th inning, try to close this out. Vipers up 16-0. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network. Special thank you to our Grand Slam sponsor, Charlie Garcia at Erskine and Blackburn Trial Attorneys, where attorneys are serving God by serving others seeking justice. Erskine and Blackburn. Looking for a great workout in Cedar Park, Texas? Inspired by yoga, Pilates, and ballet, Pure Barre is an empowering full-body workout that transforms you physically and mentally. Our classes have been carefully designed to feature low-impact, high-intensity movements for any fitness level. With Pure Barre Cedar Park, you'll build full-body strength at our studio and be inspired by our supportive community. That's Pure Barre Cedar Park. All right, welcome back. We go to the top half of the fifth inning. 16-0, Vandegrift on top. 16 runs on 12 hits, no errors for the Vipers. No runs, 1 hit, 4 errors for Manor.
Leading off for the Mustangs in the top of the fifth, number 11, Nate Doobie.
7, 8, 9 hitters go up here. Nate Doobie to lead it off. He is 0 for 1, struck out in the second inning. And the first pitch in there for strike one. Same defense as last inning for the Vipers. Foot, Farley, Cleveland, the outfield left to right. Caleb Jackson, Ethan Ha, swing and a miss there, strike two. Ryan Miller, Tyler Miller, the infield third to first. Roland Briscoe behind the plate, and J.J. Johnson ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes to Nate Doobie. Good pitch, called strike 3 for out number 1. Third strikeout of the ball game for Johnson. That'll bring up Frank Figueredo.
Number 9, Frank Figueredo.
Pitch inside for ball 1. One 0 pitch. At the letters for strike. 1-1. That one high and away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Cedar Ridge opens up a 5-0 lead now over Vista Ridge. Still batting in the top half of the fourth inning at Vista. They've got that on just 2 hits. 5 runs on 2 hits through 4 plus. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Vista Ridge with 2 errors in the ball game. So we'll check in on that one more time before we sign off here tonight. Also try to get a Westwood Round Rock score. That game is on Vype. Just outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. If you haven't gotten enough of your fill of high school baseball, you can check out Westwood and Round Rock. That game in the middle innings. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Figueredo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Drop third strike. And 2 up, 2 down.
Number 1, Noah Morales.
For Noah Morales. New Tech leading Travis 9-1 after 4. Morales, so for 1 of the game, he struck out in the third. At the knees for strike 1. Same 2 teams scheduled for Friday night in Manor. Keep an eye on the weather, see if it moves up at all. Just off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Down low, 2-1. Liberty Hill edges Lehman 1-0. That's a final now down at Kyle. 2-1 pitch. Misses inside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1. Good pitch. Comes back and evens up the count 3-2. So Johnson trying to strike out the side and close this one out. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Does that. Call strike 3, and the ball game is over. J.J. Johnson strikes out the side, and the Vandegrift Vipers defeat the Manor Mustangs 16-0 in 5 innings. We'll take a break and be right back to wrap this one up. Vandegrift Vipers baseball on the Vype Live Network.
All the hard work that you put into
Well, there wasn't much drama in this one, and the Vandegrift Vipers like that just fine as they get the 16-0 win tonight over the Manor Mustangs. Did what they were supposed to do against a team they were heavily favored against. Manor with no runs on 1 hit, 4 errors for the Mustangs. Manor now dropping to 5-14 overall, 0-9 in district play, heading into the rematch on Friday night. For the Vipers, 16 runs, 12 hits, no errors, clean defensive performance for Vandegrift. The pitching made it easy. Jacob Bytek and J.J. Johnson combining for, 5, 8, 10, 13. So 13 of the 15 outs tonight were recorded by strikeout. That makes it easy on your defense. The Vipers improving to 13-11 overall. Let me call up the standings here. Get this out of the way. These were the standings coming in tonight. So the Vipers improving to 13-11 overall, 7-2 in district. We know that Cedar Ridge is leading Vista Ridge 5-0. That game in the 4th inning. Westwood still leading Round Rock 1-0. That game's on Vype if you want to go check out the conclusion of that one. So we know the Vipers are going to be tied for first place with somebody heading into the rematch on Friday night or Thursday night if Mother Nature messes things up for us, which the odds are looking pretty good that might happen. But the Vipers get the win tonight. That's all they're worried about right now. And they are going to be guaranteed a share of first place heading into the rematch. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks again to Vandegrift Baseball Booster Club President George Farley and all of our sponsors, including our Hall of Fame sponsors, Wayne Weigelt, with State Farm, Jones Frost Technology Lawyers, Worldwide Technology, Trinity Masonry Company, and VBAT of Cedar Park, along with our Grand Slam sponsors, Charlie Garcia at Erskine and Blackburn Trial Attorneys, and Pure Bar of Cedar Park, and our home run sponsors, Caldwell Bank of Realty, Airco HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing, and Alibi Security. Thank you to all those folks for making it possible for us to come out here and broadcast Vandegrift Vipers baseball on the Vype Live Network. Again, we'll be back with you Friday night, possibly Thursday night, as the Vipers go for the sweep against the Manor Mustangs from Manor Senior High School. But for now, on behalf of our QA, Linda Salvo, our Communications Director, and my better half, Christina Weber-Bertrand, our Technical Director, Suna Bincott, and everyone from Vype Media, my name is Merle Bertrand, signing out from Benham Field, where the Vandegrift Vipers have blanked the Manor Mustangs 16-0 on senior night. Congratulations to all the Vandegrift Vipers seniors, and thank you to them for all they've done here for Vandegrift Viper Baseball. Have a great week, stay dry, and we'll see you Friday night for more Viper Baseball right here on Vype. Good night from Austin, Texas.